yeah, they still be. I know now, woman is on the winning. Nke Coco, but one qua apatimo, a cancer, be do. For the past 3 elections, a friend is a chart of constituencies are winning by less than 1,000. I guess a winning constituency, gap will do winning and do 1,000. We share northern regions now. MPP, who's a baby, NDC stronghold, no be winner. Make say NDC, no, there's division in their camp. Uber MPP, swap. If there is apathy from a strongholder, a cancer win to me. Apathy, say, Obuwa, when you say constituency, you win by a margin of 12,000 votes. Into my candidate, we win primaries. Into me, to be winner. Yes, my candidate, president candidate, will win. Parliamentary candidate, will win. But also, we say one or two or party the vote to so better. Any friend apathy. It is a apathy MPP. More than I say after my primaries, there have been calls on people to be united. One more for Bufun China there. Because Bufuna one or two. Let's say we vote a certain pet. God will look at it.
Omanfm.
Uber Eastern region. And this is the second World Bank of MPP. Your bad details are Mama Wubu. Why are Eastern regions who Bufu or let's say want to win to back pet? We will win majority of the votes next seat. By Mutibeti. Yes. Usha ex-president Kofo on another radio station here interview or see 2008 defeat MPP so far, a year no 1p you know be there in Hawaii Basa. It was very close. NDC candidate Professor Mos, may he rest in peace. Oh, we may run off by a margin of 40,000. So be a Bekaya, Bekaya 2008, no one from Winching. Ala na nakaka krebe mu
For Mobia, Hamobia, Kwababa, Oman 107.1 FM. This is your election reference center. From a garden, as I be there, Benada, Nukadani, if you had about 2 p.m., because it 4 p.m. now, many of our Commaquachani at Nasini didn't come out for anything related to elections. A job now when you're about balloting has been done. Nana Adodanko Ekufuado sitting at the apex. Why you number one? People say na 4 more for Nana no crowd be say no. Around 2 no crowd say be can the same year. Go for be some t-shirt ya academ. So I said what t-shirt the crop on say number 5 crop 2016 the crop. So far as I was on in the day and say some patch with my shanam crum. Mahama say will not the flawed elections the 1 year and 2. Now who determines what flawed election is? 2012 when you know who they see Ghana say ya to aberie na Omanfm bit so na what is what the wiem and before someone tiase amontiase then there's some year almost say case adia ye be Supreme Court asabe Supreme Court for about 8 months e ko see Omanfm then candidate Kufuado was say one court to no enya adwe enso ogitum enso abano ogitum meja Mahama o your president na debe na beta gina so aka say election ye kwakoto die e fraud na we no aso kan no e statement for kasa na obi a wode Omanfm da na nyina ye passum die ne ye kasa say atibide kopo enyi mfiri mahunuhu na ntokwa wantwi no ye nyi mfiri mu a na wo betima be ka bonte say ye de abato ne say ye tunesi ye wiemu a menyintum ho na ka te say abato kopo ye ba be wiem. Enkobon ekoso no me read the story be way back 2012 December 7 2012 na nyina ye to aba mesembeka ya na ye de ye use biometric machines na de to aba no abusua ye kasa that time no manual verification ye se enga ho Mahama e ho no ma ye to ba na wo krobi so no aya announcement say obi ba na se wo ye verify no or the necessity so na say amfa na say obi akwaso onim no krompo so far say ne di ho nko ade anoguta voters ID card no Mahama say ye ma no ento aba no na ye do no prepare say ka chaos emra anase da chaos emma ye do was it legal was it lawful at that time in 2012 Wednesday the focus is on Bruno region. Sema kwamba for Bruno the region and then you be focus so as usual this was first person no be din komo Dr. George don fe ni be di enkomo and now poster benefits so say ni be di enkomo I said the medical catch on the ballot in the basu enra into there akreba me wo so say hwane da say This is your elections reference center. We are live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Now, Mamiko 2016, baby, ana ubia edda 2016 abatono. I work on Green Street or CPP now on that number 1. Nana could do Ajma Rollins NDP on that number 2. John Dramani Mahama NDC on that number 3. Papa Kosi Indum PPP on that number 4. Nana Adodanko Kufuado MPP on that number 5. Edward Mahama PNC on that number 6. And then Jacob Oseyeboa one say independent candidate on that number 7. Na Babe convention say Tembia no independent candidate no. Na just say wo na obeda last ti na beda last. Na everyone so police e call na ballot no so no. Nana Adodanko Kufuado on that number 1 of MPP. John Dramani Mahama of NDC on that number 2. Christian Kwabena Andrews so which are some gum almost at that number 3. I work on Green Street CP for the number 4. Don't call the number 5. Henry Herbert Lati GCPP at the number 6. Hassan Ayarega at the number 7. Percival Kufi Akpalu one also at the number 8. David Apasra PNC at the number 9. Bridget Akoso Jubenuku PP also the number 10. Nana could do Ajma Rollins or no NDP also the number 11. And Alfred Kwamna Esedu Walker one also a independent candidate one also at that number 12. And they say no numerology for no more they believe in numbers and they say it comes with luck, it comes with disadvantages near that no or more as I take can I may not be the code was Gordon 2016 Nana Adodanko Kufuado no the number 5 should be number 5 wo ni more than pa. Eso Ghana for share Mahama said in Jumaye no omo baby osno no no ekoto abane man no e ma otim biti Mahama more than 1 million votes. Na we fi number 5 abeda number 1 dia ene ene chese ne enkofo entintim ankasa. Enti no Nana Adodanko Kufuado or the number 1. Yende babeche the mean of number 1 or number 2 or number 3 and it is not up to us. But some catch on and the focus is on Bruno region. Yebeko Bruno region na yene empenifo akwakodin ko ba yene one more researchers ni posters no so ebidi ko they look at the dynamics in the region na Bruno half region na Abraham region no krepo no performance of MPP our region na it said according 2016 elections no MPP enya 20 seats our Abraham region and na NDC enya 9 seats our region 29 seats no MPP enya the lion share of 20 and na NDC enya 9 of 29 no it is say na ya check region mo 3 no Bruno ene ahafu ene Bruno east no ye be ko Bruno nkasa ne akwakodin ko say Bruno region no Queensways do send so far no ewo ho no mo hwam no mo seats wo ho no mo and na chances ewo to say me akọ share development so far in Putujuma 2017 eba besi 2020 this year na 2020 no so far no so etimi akoso ewo region ho no nti no na baka say eye power pack e bedi enkomo amobia atene mana ekoso ewo eastern region no.
As usual, yeah, boy empire of fiance, yeah, na yeah, kunina no, yeah, number 1 and number 4. Number 4, no, yeah, 4 more to do more. Well, let me say, but then, you know, no, cause you ain't choose back of near number 1. Only being there, number 1. Yeah, number 1 because, so one you're looking out for number 4. Presidential candidates now, the failed candidates. For parliamentary. Jubos order number 4 presidential. The parliamentary they go out at number 2, they go out at number 3. Uchechima ayana yeti. But when number 1 they are consistent. So when the parliamentary candidate nina at number 1. Ti o kasa ombre. They money yet the bros so cry and say. What's a new patriotic party and they had the number 1 political party implementing free SHS. Nipa over 1.5 million people are benefiting. You know the party and this is why not doing so until electricity bill so that we buy a coronavirus by electricity bill, you have free water for 6 months. The only party which I have one party waba or since you young funny freeda or being cedar. Yeah, in a day the number 1 party Ghana, yeah, day NHIS by NDC bank omu budia by ya sample Kenyamu ema NHIS and upese utia premium utu fia ubwa partner dem na ukobed yene party I did planting for food and jobs by abuama and then the season bia aduane body wo ha na banche wo food all year round e wo yen na ye buy say 1D whatever I am over 79 factories are the brains or various stages of completion. Then they buy number 1 party. Yeah, the 307 ambulances. What is that? 307. Each and every constituency be one ambulance. Brought by the national ambulance system. No, any political party. Yeah, they digital address. First, no, who should be now pedifia or child do second junction no afa benku kwa diabeti ho ma be ton kwadu ase de onkona kwadu ani ni wa be de ya the digital address system aba onya o number na o de tu ma o ko bibia o ko ya de tete me ka me wi o zongo development fund ye ne first I de ba ye development authorities, Middle Belt, Coastal Belt Development Authority, Northern Development Authority, and then massive infrastructure about constituency via Ghana. Yeah, first time, yes, so Pala, every school motifia, almost page, over 97,000 of them. Ya for more under NAPCO. Can this if one cat to say, oh, Omoda certificate, Omoda IMF, any buyers, no, IMF, no, if they film within 2 years now, if the IMF. You see, friend number one, they are done at the AN Shiran Katanga.
Just you know, the voice of John Boyd, the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, after Ballot, you know, and our church, and so just say number one, dear, and I just said, there's a what you bought them, Nakoto, was it BMO government's moody and the in fact, MPP no, and that number one. You could say the deputy EC boss also, Urasa Mutiti, also a kind after Ballot, and also Inti don't a kind.
We will write to the political parties to send their agents to the printing houses. So there will be a letter to that effect very soon. The positions on the ballots that the reps have actually picked will be applied to the parliamentary positions at the various constituencies. So if you had to, it means that at the parliamentary level you will be the second on the ballot, unless maybe there is a withdrawal or a shift because of one or two reasons, like what I explained earlier. So we thank you all very much.
I don't see no deputy electoral commission chairperson and a chairman Samoteti and now Kasan was say he said na bibia to dini de omba be chokrata de akoma political parties no mo contest ni nyina say obi afa de nipa emra na yen kohwe baby kwa yakwa printing no ene printing ye nya ne kwawo before be printing no political party bia de nipa ba na mu nyina mu gina ho mo ne mu kosipe ama de ache se botu na magase mu na akase ya bread ya en ya bread mos ya bread ya tro ya print bia ballot papers no 2000 na mu nyina amatwa to no na mu kofi adeche na sempo be san beto aso a na maba abeto aso enti no mejiri se de nyina no eda form boko na meka assembly war se John Mahama eka na mabonte eka se wono de won accept fraud elections na he foresees chaos. Just one day, Adia woman, waka was he for his chaos. Adia mega kabepe voice in the yabo. Adia want to say, abatono, I had December 7th day when she ebeba. John Hamaneka sao. A day I want to buy, and I be as copper mode quiet machines no, one test say, yes, about your man. Almost piloting of about 5,000 devices. Yet I piloting. And there's the bishop kopo no ekofo bidi efrim asade ko kan na edin esan back and because of side 2020 beba abusafo be kuta udo bit me wo internet we fi ampacho check your DVC e modern Ghana na me copy adi free we say let people with valid IDs vote, verification or not. John Dramani Mahama. Let people with valid IDs vote, verification or not. President Mahama. Mama of Akwaba answer na me read this as Adibi. Odo. Of Akwaba.
Yes, so. Odo.
John Mahama as mo work no.
Sir, he's on the ground.
Yes.
What do I say? Kwambisu, he's not on the ground, but Kwambisu is on the ground. They are an intelligence there. What do I say? Juma. He's been going round.
Yes.
Otimi fili, he can fili the offer. What do I say?
So baby.
Say or baby. What do I say? Or no one him say ne message and casting. When him say ne manifesto. Obedient no a copy. When him say the manifesto, a copy of Niema were repeating in the past happen. And when him say on fair BB MIBR excited Ghana for Stronko. So the the nani da so pass is say hey primary health care or say eba be free. Na ama yes. Ana TVET do kika ni nyina no so MPP implemented that. And the TVET so any opportunity. Say on fanye bi or the day. Convert nya na eba. E wo hoda dada. And the primary health care no so awo kano. A man for ni NDC record eba apomde ho nsema. Say anye bia no e wo MPP 1. Ampeniko for pension no nanka National Health Insurance Scheme no na eguso pa eyeye na omo toto niam ye nyame animni MPP ko 2008 no na National Health Insurance omo savings omo investment na omo sika to the tune of more than 350 million Ghana cedis sika or the same RAF. So boating nom eja rasboating eja ho no ena obi anim so omo baaye no omo ba be say no omo so be one time premium eno anye yi explanation on the buy ni say esre krakwa na MPP be kono omo aye single spine salary e ho nhihye nti aba no baaye no hu say Uhesika kese no de asha single spine salary mu
now for the bit time
omo yes awie no na afi omo
this is can you bit
me home de be ye
but for time ben and adwoma ma hu say at the current no mo ye one time premium enye ye no was because of single spine and a table of cars ask me check Ghana for when he was the president he didn't say it.
Yes. When
he was a candidate in 2016, he didn't say it.
Debbie.
Ya busan wanka. Wakotna si akodwan se mo be 7 years I said doing. I saw the response be bray.
Yes.
And also as I wadwe ho be 8 years. Yeah, the response will bray. Response we. Say single point to my want to have one time premium number.
And the Ghana for nim omo even well now tieti omo ademu because Okada am fly.
Debbie.
Much for Zongos.
Uncle and quite rejected.
I'm flying. Oh, I say. Because Jordi Babiano, there is superior proposal MPP so Edeba. In the nano, primary health care no, and I'm so many boy man are struggling to explain it. As if say, the BB Baba, most of track record on health. And they said the mobile National Health Insurance Authority, a car no more day service providers. Our muntimin tuamoka, a car no more day or more supply pharmaceutical product ni roniade. Ning now ho into Zakasa o banner babe primary health free. A kwambena o babe uno usho man so sikaba. Na wani kambomu wani brika. Se muni sikana mani free wa. Mo hontomo eya garden eya subai odi ase enti wonte etiso bia ono ano owo niam ope odi ase na wakwa akoti asori maba wanko ana de omo ama no so mama yesofo garden ontimi discipline
dabi of abacho ayini ni story na make no Jomahama enne yisi enye embrichi mbre bia o adibom beye bia enam 30 of 2016 somewhere November enom ye balloting.
Okay,
in fact I think it's November 8th enom ye filing of nominations kompo closing nominations.
Yeah,
November
November
2016 abada COVID-19 mewiase 2020 COVID-19 abewiase me bibia delay as the time ko bakwa ballot of 2012 ne kwakoto aba na ye say verification no kwado wo sese so a na say machine ka say verified that ne am wato aba afa ebimu kwade say anya verified that say mo nto aba that was the law.
Yes,
Jomahama na mo ono kwakọ ba bi no
okoto aba wo boleba boy
owie no asemo ka yedi. Was it President John Dramani Mahama has asked the Electoral Commission, where dated 7th December 2012. President John Dramani Mahama has asked the Electoral Commission to allow voters with valid voter ID cards cast their votes even if the verification machine fails to recognize them. He says it is unfair to disenfranchise some people because their identity cannot be verified by a piece of machine.
A piece of machine.
Yes. There have been reports from various polling centers that some voters have not been able to cast their vote because the verification machines have not verified their identity. The president of the Upper East, Namoto Twaswad, and Ofatoto said people want to vote, but verification machines are rejecting them. President Mahama believes the pleas of the people must be heard. And then, but the public affairs director of the EC, Mr. Osupari, said the decision, no verification, no vote, was one raised by all the political parties, and that he was incapable of altering it. Over here, was something new. You know, machines in the Diaba from. So do say no so. Say I say no, not verified that. Just a wouldn't to Abba. John Mahama Kobe, bidders and Kofobi so more their Monsa, a decision and ma. John Mahama as president, acting against decision political parties in are taking in consonance with electoral commission. I see one more as president in Emma order say obi ababa obeka so obeto babia what didn't say basis no what this is so e can say verified or not verified, so far as they say okuta ID card no ye man to aba offer e dey bad na the chaos be wi assess ade wi
say you want mra ye dey yade.
Yes,
now we say Emian family Juma. Yeah. A debate a boom national chess ade and Tokwaba. Yeah. But nobody says that there will be chaos in the election. Nobody says that there's going to be fraud elections. I will be rejected. Yeah, will be a woman. Yeah. Just a John Mahama. What way your mask the show? Let's obey idea of a Batmaminti at the university. Okay.
We are not troublemakers. We are not troublemakers. Yeah, NDC4, we want peace. We want to make sure that all of us believe in this election so that if you win or lose, you are prepared to accept. And so they think that we're just causing trouble. But this can lead this nation to chaos because I've said it. This occasion, December 7th, if this election is flawed, we will not accept it. We will not accept it. Who accepts a flawed election? Nobody. And everything the Electoral Commission is doing is showing that we're heading to a flawed election. New voters roll out the buy with the software and the hardware. What's it? It's supposed to eliminate manual verification. What's it? The old voters register, no? It couldn't capture some people's fingerprints. And to capture fingerprints now, you have to use manual verification. And to what the facial so manual when to me and capture or the facial when to me and capture, then they'll use manual verification. And so the BVRs for Fraba, we've not tested them. They've not been tested. On election day, you're going to have BVRs there. And the one Sabetodon, it says it doesn't recognize you. It will put your face, it says it doesn't recognize you. So you have to do manual verification. We're going to end up with more manual verification than we've ever had in the history of Ghana.
Over. So what did the Mahama kind? As more care upon and Tron was a child. Nanjako Pardum and Dr. Srebo, were deputy chairperson in charge of electoral services, or also at the responsible. That was for the best woman, Dr. Srebo was also responsible, and also at the Mayinti.
BVI Yama biometric voter registration kit and the educating kit. And there will BVD biometric verification device. And then our corners of Kako Chudia, Uru Sabatoso, Nafiaka say, wa, and say, wa. And that is the first correction I made. The second issue, they say, machine, no, we need a more efficient and we are more robust. Now, we GDA say, the parties know apart meetings now, and our request as a next meeting, a bishop party for the budget party for no more data. Now, yeah, compare some form of registered amount. Now, comparison not any part for no go through. Yeah, they themselves, but yeah, as I say, machine way far better than the first one. Because first one, no, not any camera room. In the room, more than the work of the first one. First one, we are verification. Even now, here you go straight to manual verification. the current one we know we saw that video so that and do that to be a machine and match with fingerprint no na ka say one na say nyawa enti so we say no failure nkan like the first one now go straight to manual verification no we know say if failure phone na wo if did more this one our camera the be twa phone ni e twa wanu phone a now the current phone e twa no am match with the phone na wo if did that no na ka say you have been verified in the facial recognition the people that say no I don't think they are up to 1% cry. Yeah, about 1% of people are on fingerprint in the not challenge. And the way we know, so fingerprint down here, you ma. Can machine will be video in the camera room, but when I come in, now come and take a picture. A picture now, match with time now, who got your info, China. No machine, I call it matching. No machine, I say, based on the phone that we know. Now, what about and in addition to fingerprint verification, some machine will come facial recognition become. And we will reduce drastically the possibility of manual verification.
Yes. It's no good man, a man in your mama on Tiasia. Ojasia on Tiasia, Anna. Since on Tiasia no. Onya botre me enchechire no to no for no opinion and or say one or say election no e flawed chasam from so ho a onyimtu yeah and na wasa keka ne masi animu o dey say asa dia conclude say the election no is heading towards babia ubetimi describe no as flawed. Yes what did I mention? Yes I so obi aye na adwen say chinchina one obekon no say me ba ofie me banam hu say wabumanichie ana watwa me mpo a me no de ntoka besi ani. Yes asama okọ wakra no no e na ba ko sa ne say wan fi mi so a me no besi ani aha enti okọ no e no aye na adwe say me kọ na say bia me nya no hokra na wan twa nani ama me hweme a ne say so bumanimtia ai o dey say nipa so aka say ohun so obunanimtia de a ono de ntoka besi ani. Yes nti okono so we define what the nimtiabuo is. Ono kwa ono say if the election ye hwe say a flawed onyintum and now no what be define what flawed election in his opinion is. Ya ba ko ne say BVR so de ekoto aba no ye nye piloting. Yes hello testing ba ko no no can say BVR also nye piloting in the knowledge and the words of electoral it is obi o wonu hum nim de it is Dr. Sobo Kokono until the all cans there be o just say until the all cans into or behave to say voter or they say Western Togoland secessionist be a yedina ko shewurem any man orientation. So into a clear picture, only understanding, but can be also no or pe bim from so be so I na adwesa some from so ba ho a onyimtum. And a dear enyam from so no or no all orientation say am from so. Or no what did I mention? Yes. It did not just election no open and reject. Menti and who accept flawed election. Now the viewers will be one more or per se or case or be accept flawed elections. Na me say or no ye to 2012 ye president biansi ni ho between or no and then a parliamentary candidate o kan mo bomu a o kan ne parliamentary candidate vote nyina bomu a any no president de no emotwe with a margin of more than 500,000 he was the first person or rejected. Even afia yako 2012 obi anim se nanado ni ratings e were high above the MPs nyina no. We are yet to see say better we and the difference between Anajo and the parliamentary candidate they drew 500,000. What did I mention? Yeah. But Obi di Jinaso can say a fraud. Debbie Obi invite you can say a fraud. And you know, yeah, Shano, so on yintum. meboa also onyintum so dey yati bia bro
and wonya contest here because I was onyintum
oh yenyo onyintum dey yati abre nti onyintum a on dey on fanis o manengo ho
etebusa for voice na boy ne Dr. Sribo Kweku one director of electoral services electoral commission and until we tell on once more kind now we tell the John Dramani Mahama Kaya you can say this election is heading towards chaos with the not just say Brunibes was at least much to be desired say statesman was say will pay a mandate so be really Ghana for the next 4 years na kaka sase we dia ofa na ha adwe kakra na ebikopo na nye kakra e bia ha adwe pa because for 2012 say ye exhibition say more than 200,000 corrections eno moye obi anka se boniesi enipa ni bi ho no be kwa na wudi nim ukọ prompt o ma paper said ma fele no e mo fe ne say incision or whatever na this form na ma na wakọ fele na di wudi no so aba back sanity exhibition and just exhibition enye na wo keke exhibition wa decorate exhibition exhibition bra wudin ya spelliatia bra na enye ne ye ma wudin ni mu a na ebi ko pa age ko po yetimi dane no ebo pa ne di Mr. ya na Mrs. na this corrections nyina no na ya ye but John Mahama say wono de now is heading towards fraud elections. Yeah, he's going to reject it. But I don't know when he say send me the area anko ya me the Beko Supreme Court. Kakane say because that's how it's supposed to be. And now and now you be focus on our Bruno half region. Sorry, Bruno region. Okay. But Nkobono and I'm say Bruno region. This is the first time you be trouble about Bruno as a region. Carved out of Bruno half no ntino sahon very restricted. Here dey are difficult now. You be cut the whole of Bruno half no ankasa no. Asa na zoom it now akọ 12 constituencies na Oman region. 12 constituencies na Oman region. Here were Sunyani East, Sunyani West, Brekum East, Brekum West, Jama North, Jama South, Wenchi, Banda, Tang, Doma Central, Doma East, and then Doma West. It's here no and the 12 constituencies are Oman region. And na kwamba for Abroni and so and the Dano as NPP regional chairman. Ewo honomo. Enti no ye kaka ebo bobe throno best at edi kodaji ayesa analysis na ahwe data means of about ubi do betimi ne ahye dia. Ewo
Brondi no. Oh, they be the data beba because see who baby party no ejina.
Yes.
Said young case say a chair former Brown Hafo region man be yemi ensano. Bono region no ena ababe jina mfimfin. Kane na de ye baby e ho ye regional capital no. Aye sunyane ne constituency bemben ho no. Omo no ena sese omo ababe ye bono. Sese ano ha no a ene Asante Mantamu vanse ne baby ene former Western region, now Western North. Eboshia no. Ho no ena ababeye Ahafo region. Ahafo region Gosu Kukum any Krakani ya constituency ne ye Sunafo no ayi Sunafo ne Asutifi North Asutifi South. What I say ne in Krakano. And a baby, a regional capital. No, a Yusunyana and Potamo. Ababe ye bono. Na Nkakaneno Nanka until so 2012 when you moon started a bagana batu. So I can go listen. Until 2012 when you moon starts a babatu. Na enka a can constituent can regional capital pa. Edia tise sunyane ya tise koforudu anamo God nanka MPP dia.
Yeah,
no two ways about it. Nti na ohwe kan na ohwe sunyane east sunyane west so doma eni brekum no more na ye purely MPP seat because one na ye urban towns and so many factors are say define baby this is how MPP seat ni nyina no odo na favor mo sana netie na bibinti na start say baba bebechia.
Okay, it was from yanko so far no 12 constituencies e wo bono region no na ye hwe current position say one no more seat e wo sa region horom no enti wo ko baby dey say German North say ya German North no yaw ahen kwa ya Frederick na wono oye NDC ni wona contest ye and wona Siaka Stevens NPP the Siaka enya 14,705
okay
and so 715 and NDC ni enya 13,216 it wono just na a close fight and na okwa banda so a Banda Ahmed Ibrahim NDC and na wono nya 6,167 and na Joe Dankwa for what Joe Dankwa
former DC
also nya 5,660 it ono no na say no so a close contest you know less than 1,000 less than 1,000 yeah quite times so of a times so na so another close contest wow NDC ni no kwasi Ajeman Jantutu wonya 14,528 and NPP ni no esunya 14,569 14,528 14,569 and to the Gabriel say your MPP ni no or no win no nyanya 45% it be 45.54% and we 45.66% it hono so no time coincidence so need say for na e more oil dey papa okwa wenchi so a wenchi NDC was say Hereford Kojo enya 17,110 represented 42.70% and a Professor George Janbafo esunya 21,127 representing 52.73%. It almost will be teen for say 4,000 votes and ewo ho no mo offer ba ebisu ewa chese Brekum East so Brekum East or say Opoku Buachi Yadom NDC unya 15,548 and a Kwabnetu Nyama NPP also nya 23,057 and so far no NDC enya one wo hono mo Brekum bebe obiti Jordan kwano and Brekum West also NDC ni Dixon Chredua unya 7,860 and a Koku Ajenim Boatin MPP also nya 10,286 it was MPP5 German South also German South Kojo Boachijan unya 12,777 and Afo Yaw MPP also nya 24,616 onya 616 aka Sunyane West Sunyane West is also Justice Samuel Ajay unya of NDC enya 17,689 and Ignatius Bafo ewa esu enya 29,000 it was our Bruno region there and MPP is in the majority dominate one pa menya Uncle Benevson hon yankwa hwano si wi ana ya come back to the studio na me no fa kwaba kwati edi enkobo agaba ya Mohamu akwaba.
Good afternoon, God. Good afternoon, for nyina.
Agaba na ho te say
I'm not the way you also got it.
I'm not no boko. Agaba we dem the secret base kakra wonu say of akwaba kwachi ya Arsenal ni.
Oh. Waba, who a good team. Who a very good team. This is the tough one day you.
What for respond one
no akano. Yeah, slow but sure. Any our commercial the support to football.
Come with the support to the movie. Majibuki Hatache. Agaban.
Yes.
For region. In fact, the focus is on Bruno region Ankasa. But here me say this is the first time I Bruno as a region. Eba to Aba. It today be oba my general overview. I will Bruno have one nyina now we are now zooming in akọ Bruno region akrebia na ye de ko. Ntipacho fire ko Brahafo. We are what TC Bruno Ankasa as a region.
You let's start with Samaya no. But say make asam kakra God with your permission.
You
on the ballot, you know.
Oh yes, I want political minister to fetch me.
me buku permission me to me kakra.
Oh, maybe I try fako. I hope one person get this start yankasa.
Oh, good.
And not FM.
Mr. Ballot, and I didn't understand Otukuno, Yaman or
And not FM.
So I see MPP would have preferred Namafawa. I would have been very surprised because with McMahon's experience in politics, he would want one. Because would you four? Let's in between 1 and 4, no small parties in it be. Bakwa. What the smaller party is to field parliamentary candidates in all the 275. In areas of the MPP parliamentary candidates will go there. And in run-up to elections, with the MPP parliamentary candidate, every party's parliamentary candidate is the lead campaigner for the president also.
And not FM.
It is a war forward. Whereas at the presidential, you will be constant 4. The parliamentary, you would speak depending on one between 1 and 4, no, whether somebody has a parliamentary slot. And in a D, get a balance about if you have past elections in after NDC MPP, no, the third party has been a non-existent party called Rejected Ballot Party.
And not FM.
So what there? All the 275, you are 1. Here 2. All the 275, there will be 2 for both presidential and more parliamentary. I didn't understand. Now, one at top, it makes it easier in terms of majority of Ghanaians speak Akan. It makes it easier for a Sroho na Asieho. Now, with the 12, it will increase chances of a bit of projected ballots, but 10 of the 10 minor, got the 10 women above 4% in total, apart from DC MPP. I'll be very surprised.
And not FM.
In the NDC MPP, no, on the better 96% to them. Other parties, they will never get. And for your listeners now who are a bit younger than, because 2000 is about 20 years ago. To be with 30 years, you're too about 2000, you know. And we did 10 years only. In 2000, you could run off. And it's because smaller parties did well. There were 4 other candidates, nominally 6.2%. So we went for a runoff. 2004, there were 2 outside NDC MPP. We had 2.9, and it went first round. 2008, there were 6 candidates who got 2.9 in 2008, and we went for a runoff. In 2012, there were 6 other candidates, owning a total of 1.6. In 2016, there were 5 other candidates who got 1.75%. In 2010, owning a borrow 4%, a better more year.
And not FM.
And Agba me hom na me busa say the positioning say we 2016 na president Nana Akufo-Addo then candidate now what the number 5 and yes. So ya to abawie no na Ghana for mato aba amano ahead of John Mahama no. No, that's not John Mahama, so that number 3.
Yes.
Nanado enya more than 1 million votes than John Mahama. But Nanado so add that number 1 so that. And to be said now, is it not about just performance or not baby better?
Godwin, the actual amount for one more figures, the difference between Akufo-Addo and Mahama is 984,570. That is the actual figure. Now with number 1, clearly it will be better campaigning because SINA MPC in the breast. Until Wokatre or supporters, Woka, the one would have won, and the presidency should have won.
And the AB Krompa, a t-shirt cross up Bayano, president the number 1, now parliamentary candidate also the number 3. When the moon that number 1 was in number 3, and I see, we also had a confusion message.
There are no women presidential candidate on.
All right, Mati. Entine se ne be se bibia eyebokwa no. Afa yanko osaka say Mr. Tete eka say on betro letter the akoma parties ni nyina say ikwakoye printing na obi afa the representative emra na omunko bebe kwakoye printing no. Akabe patro de bia sane anetie ana.
Sa no mo ye. You see God big. 2012 confirmed what I had always been saying. You lose election at the polling station. Before 2020, on the average, the electoral commission makes it say no polling station should get more than 1,000 voters. So that much I am. Now they've decreased it. Said now no polling station will be more than 700 voters. They will split the polling stations in an area if it's more than 1,000. Now, Godwin, in 2012, there was a typical example. In one of the police stations in Bukum, in Accra, near Bia Hinterland, in Accra, it was discovered by Christian Council brought some of their partners from outside. It was discovered by a Lutheran Ofi Germany nearby. Police station Okoi, presiding officer, and 3 police agents belonging to NDC, MPP, in a CPP, they had signed the result sheet as early as 10 p.m. Normal time. It's like check or what fine blank check.
Abraham to Abani,
9 a.m. normal result sheet.
I remember Pacho with the one question says to be mammy, here for the Sassy.
Oh, I can even give you for those who are interested. I can even give you the police station happening, and it was in Accra.
Omanfm.
So block.
Oh, that be don't worry, Paul. At least let me pay question.
Page 24 of Christian Council one more report on 2012. No, also Muko Ododo Dio in Greater Accra. I'm quoting. Also, the most serious incident was observed at police station, also for Owo Memorial School. The code here number 2 in bracket CO0C0915. Quote, when checking the result sheets at 9:30 a.m., the team leader discovered that the sheet had already been filled except for the results and signed by the presiding officer and 3 party agents.
Omanfm.
This is what happened.
Wow.
Yes. In the Godwin, CCI young fan say at that time it was a maximum 1,000 votes per polling station. There were at that time about 33,000 polling stations. If a party, you haven't got committed agents, and even there are 1,000 voters, let's say party differ 10,000 polling stations. The answer say maximum, even 60% turnout on the average, 600 people came. Godwin, you can just make sure that once you want to add votes, because you just ask them to sit and go home once coffee. If you decide to add 300 the police stations, you added 300,000 already. It is when you add more the total about voters on the roll at the police station that on the council results. So you have to get somebody who is faithful, who will decide not to sign and go home. They can manipulate the results.
Omanfm.
When I said where the Obi best Brunim and the car was, this is very revealing. Anna,
Papa, you can go to me. Look, in 2008, there was one constituency. Obi, we can't go with Paco. Obi, and Sana Yabetu Abba, no, also Konumti Abba. Oba Yamano Kwankum. The results were changed. And the presiding officer or your mate Waka, the Singapore Waka baby. When MPP tried to file signature, signature. Into anybody who loves your party, be sure, sir, you are always there before everything is over.
Omanfm.
Abusafo ne post up Rabben Epson NED and Komono aha election reference center you stream live on Facebook as well as YouTube. Twitter ko share hormone now the comments na ba patch comment no ma ehonte short, precise and concise. Say the baby to me akan aba ankofo atin abonte. Anka ben af yanko Brand region hormone na maye small overview kakra ho ne yen hwese titi.
Mpache yo. Wanga hafu ni mamu te se me ye da no 10 top ethnic groups are Branga hafu. Brong including Banda 38.5%. Ashanti 8.3%. Dagati 6.8%. Ahafu 5.9%. Kokoma 3%. Yefi na hinchumuru for 2%. Wala 1.7%. Nabdom 1.6%. Dagomba 1.6%. Sisala 1.3%. Now, Branga Hafono Moche or Mo history from 2004 in relation to how they impact on the general elections. In 2004, Kofonya 51.9%. In terms of votes, MPP now 45,000 plus over NDC in 2004 before winning first round. 2008 first round, Akufo-Addo now 50.6%, and the NDC now 47.7%. The margin of victory over NDC was 22,000 votes plus. In the runoff, Nana drop from 50.6, only 48.5. In the most, 51.55. NDC 23,000 more plus. 2012, Nana 47.3%. In the NDC 51.4. In SS vote SS to NDC over 41,000 votes SS. In 2016, Nana increased percentage by more than 6%. Only 53.8%. That is 531,147 votes. And Muhammad now 44.9. That is Muhammad dropped by over 6%. Nana increasing by over 6%. And in excess, MPP now over nearly 89,000 votes more than the NDC. So who say Brom Iron half and half swing region. So we now said first round, Nanya 2008 on 50.6. In the Sawusha, a core run of the number from
about 48.
So, about 48.5.
Yeah.
In the three regions, who aggregated, let's say MPP, Womina 52. Sanako.
Na akaba minim said the 2016 there no ekoye no share then first lady Lodina Mahama no ye active pa and no so say free half region na jedem timi free eba from 6 percentage points in there who say be surprising.
One of the things in the people will not vote because TKM ha NDC papa. That was one. Two, when we say first lady or campaign or get Accra, what in who fanfare giddy? The important point is, yes, first lady Lodina no fear. Maybe the method of campaigning was not right, and Osha swing regions na no matter the party you belong to. So we clear results before you do elections, and I'll give you some constituencies in Greater Accra, Western Central. So what is that seats no party Luswa? No, so we say with Chati and Ankoye.
Omanfm.
Nagaba, what's it just a tab in the person?
What is
It's a tab in the Babas one.
Oh, tab in the Babas one. The goes there.
Crabby.
Oh, there. It's a with those idea that we didn't Kakra. So what the results in the back? Come up and get the day ahead. Because for by you breed there, about 10 round there, we will lose appetite. Whichever party you belong to.
Okay, at the same you call Bruno Regina 12 constituencies, Sunyani East, Sunyani West, Brekum East, Brekum West, German North, German South, Wenchi, Banda, Time, Doma Central, Doma East, and Doma West. out of 12 constituencies, Agba wo hwem say ba ko pe banda constituency and na NDC for a seat. Minim e bia so for what my research akrebo ho no ma. What are the dynamics there? Say MPP to masa maintain bibia na wa people message ba ko je banda so na say changes akrebo.
Yeah, Friday.
Oh, nyame admo fiada.
Okay.
Me admo fiada ho.
Fiada me ya mama. That's it. But you see, one of the things in some culture voters in this area, Obu 12 we Ibia MPP were 11. If the margins are small, Obu will say we win, and so total votes will not perform. See, one of the things are candidates are one losing, one more bonju, one more. They are still doing it. One more social, one better independent because they'll be expelled. But they are telling the people, say, oh, Mamu Koto, you will need seat by 8,000, 10,000. Until the man Koto, I'm at a new one in your voice and sing only 2016 there. No, it's so doing, near I said, who will be my Paco say, but when it's for you. Until you say, to curtail this or not, the party should ask all those who lost to campaign with the new ones who won. When the campaign, which one agree, which one cost much more can't say, but who want to pass a winning way campaign, no. Which will catch you will soon say, Nankotwaba.
Agban, and no, so far, no, who shed the air coso, ever horn. What did you say be independent for no still more hard or for more?
Oh, a few of them. They are just asking the people, say, they are showing them the results, say, you will need by they are more than 10,000. The men Koto amateur. Limpo winning new never say channel 2016 there no. Because 2024 is going to be new dynamics. If Nana wins, there's going to be a new candidate. People are just going to flex themselves. And this is what they may want to use to say, or buy people who are matching the votes. Some of them are not bold to even won't be able to say. In church, they say, who will be, no, who will be, so, Momo Jamba, no, who didn't. So, party, Nika say, campaigns now, new ones who move in the corner. The old ones who lost to accompany them are. They can't be what you say, young call for the ultimate cancer, or a power to me who's a winning campaign, what on the fear, no, what on the full winning campaign. Now, I think what you can't and say, Nanko Twaba. Obey you, Ama.
All right, Agba, what should figures here? What the Maya from Fast 2004, the worst performance of MPP already Hono. So far, and then next day 48%, and 2016 about 53%. What to be said difference, no? And said that else was almost a swing region. And then about my brown who forecast this year and as this election so long. The Muyama MPP 2016 no, or money aso to mess up to us at the region as I'm a woman.
Oh, if they get 52% or more.
If MPP gets 52%, okay.
52% in the regional, they will win overall. If you got bill, and the couple of Ghana, because all the elections from 1996, who win those regions now, not from the first round. The only time me was 2008 Gordon. Yes, I call runoff as in 2000. If Ashanti and North, Ashanti and Eastern, Wamutuma Nanasa, Wamutuma Akufo in 2000 at that time, Akufo would have been president, winning only 2 regions and having less MPs. That was not Kufo in charge because Kufo we need 20 2004 no, almost 600,000 votes excess. Only 6 regions. 2008 first round, most winning 6 regions. Your run of winning. That could be classic. So there is the number of regions are winning. It is the number of votes are winning.
But Agaba, Yamia Friday, Yabesa baby. That time, let me just say figures a cababa to now. What point am I going to why?
You got it.
All right, Abusa for NT Akaben Epson, were your poster and the managing editor of Daily Dispatch. And I don't know AD and come on over to me the messages no about my first I did the messages no ego per air by 0558 575 500 0558 575 500 both text messages and then WhatsApp messages nina a bit to me about well I know from Akotia Edne de Abana well I know saying President Akufo-Addo is said to win this election hands down without considering his position on the ballot paper, but based on his performance. Position on the ballot paper doesn't matter per the 2016 elections and 2000 elections. For example, President Nadu was number 5 in 2016, yet he won. President Akufo was last on the ballot in 2000, yet he won. MPP ought to win the election on hard work, not based on luck. Okay, fine. I don't know what I know. So I can say. And your baby be better and the man where we knew Nemono. We did this and another Danko for my power in Nano, Ghana for Beshan, Masen and Winyam, and Wintino, San and was so to me, edu messages no about Maras dedicates to me our Facebook as well as on YouTube in my main call. Facebook when I mean share 1 or 2 messages bia modi abana min munina yen share. But it was a message no more de ba yana Mama ati na ayinti so Francis Safo was vote massively for the NPP. Regina was one touch for NPP. Francis Hayford was a thanks for good work done, Gordon and your team. Okay. Was it James all the way and Kilu from Chansa, okay. Obviously, the Abemano, I say, was a master. You are joking, okay. Or also the, I don't know, victory for NPP is not in doubt. Obedient there was beautiful. And you know, I was afraid to me the messages now. Maybe now I was saying now, okay, all right. I was for this election reference center. We are showing live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. We will send a message about 0558 575 and then 500 0558 575 500 0558 575 500 text messages and now say WhatsApp now what the bar you be ne ya kan amount and you focus so ewo Bruno region na Anchorman FC ne ne di nko no we can my overview on Bruno half nyina no say that na one region no and na ya bad na you nyina che say Bruno region no 12 constituencies na ewo honum no medical aboboso so far no Banda constituency pe and na NDC 4 and na occupy that seat no so the question is another questions are MP for betimi a maintain seat ni nyina ana MP for betimi aje one seat na ewo Banda no so aka ho ama ba be 12/12 ana other questions so they say we ni no mba be win or region no margin e be saying 2016 there no e ball man na margin of about 600 e be so less than 1000 e be 1000 1002 you be busa say e do be betimi aye ama margin no so no etimi akosoro edunti no eye nkoma ene e be dia kra e be ko Roger chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye ne na kwakodi enkomo wonam kwaso ko regi hodoma ese tumede kese bi ebe koso weekend intino se chairman akasa edutu na ko hodom tente no mokwa preparation sebe ya program bibia ebetimi akoso don't tell busafo obetimi send message no e de aba let's
biometric voter registration kit. And they're educating the and there will BVD, biometric verification device. And then our corners of Quaco Chudia, Udun Sabatoso, National say, and saying Yawa. And that is the first correction I made. The second issue, they say, machine, no, we need a more efficient and we are more robust. Now, we GDA say, a baby parties no apart meetings now, and our request. As a next meeting, a bishop party for the budget party for no more data. Now, yeah, compare some form of registered amount. Now, comparing and any part for no go through, yeah, they themselves will go there, as I say. Machine way far better than the first one. Because first one, no, not any camera room. In the way, area more than the work of the first one. First one, we are verification even now here. You go straight to manual verification. The current one, we know. We saw that video so that and do the status to be on the machine and matching fingerprint, you know. Not because I want, not saying you want. If the so when send a failure, gone like the first one now, go straight to manual verification, you know. When we say if you didn't, if you look at, we phone in our home if you didn't more. This one, our camera, the become for me, the travel for me. Now the current for me channel. I'm actually with the phone network if you didn't know. Like say you have been verified.
All right, now just I say you have been verified. If you didn't say pa, na say wakwa throw di na wato abana nkasanti Dr. Srebo Kweku was Director of Electoral Services Electoral Commission. One on the voice no message kakra bia banana of akwachi as I talk with. Good afternoon. Nana Akufo-Addo will win massively in the upcoming general elections. One good term deserves another. 4 more for Nana from Joe France to lose another day. Was it the new slogan is 4 more for Nana number 1? Okay, 4 more for Nana number 1. All right, we'll be the Aban. Was it the new slogan? Sir Obama Pukwasi, the MPP's occupation of number 1 position on the ballot affirms and reaffirms the fact that President Akufo-Addo is the primus inter pares, that is first among equals. As far as good governance is concerned, he will win one touch. For those who may not know, in numerology, 1 represents the sun. The sun is the creative force, which is so powerful that it gives us light and life to the universe. President Akufo-Addo, we are number 1. Okay, but was I say end SARS now? Yati. SARS was a bias in a yari. SARS na yari. Yes.
They are bad for
about the for back of was Eddie or someone Pelikum say nada no one casa, nada no one casa. Oh, anyway, I some of just by the way. And SARS, mean change him. But I started now to me. Yeah. We've been to two. But you know, ye protesters and legitimate rights on better protesting. Yes. I did because of when you bet my.
And a country be purely the internal.
Yes,
and your move
over to way. Yes, I'm the do baby, no. And now protesters, no. I started state property. Yeah. To the extent that we could go prison. I'm a prisoner. Sorry, Edwani. Offer. Can you call these people as protesters? Now they have moved from protesters to rioters. Yes. And rioting is illegal in every country. Yeah. And the enra sasa no call so police for to any 18 hours, any 10 hours in pool, and go for the president and go casa. Offer. That time on Gabi Mu a demonstration now. You can be 2 tables a bonnet chimpreno. Yes, you rude. Your bonnet chimpreno power open. Papa one doesn't come in there, but prove him. Put it with him.
Yami da amzom akwedi no ho ba. Yes. And dey ba pruni video.
Ai etie be sre
we dey. Jombo du call ahafo origin baby. Edin tro bia bi. Na niam bi koso wo baby na. No mo mi ni dada. Ana okoto nipa bone for nsem. Godon. Wo mu pruni video
to the extent said they even told me say won even secure the police station.
Dabi madam for penny will be Andy's penny we all call say. One friend John Board, you know, said, or say friend. Or back confess, actually say, yap, put him papa. Now he's heading towards police station.
Eso so hono.
No feel say hono ye safe. Na hokra na me ampo no pa. John Wadue eda no nsusu JB omo mo handle the papa.
Oh yes.
Political what they gabi there say obia woni ni ensem eka obia wo de wafam bada niam bi wo ha internal
yes
yi na aba
ana me ka say bi ko na asi Omanfm one ECOWAS chairman.
Yes.
But ECOWAS president.
Yes.
There's a difference between ECOWAS chairman and ECOWAS president.
You need ECOWAS president.
ECOWAS chairman there one no association and one here you know. So that to be abeka bia no e was some meeting and san e ka say can we sing. I don't be ka say be was see no wa frɛ baba.
Yeah, e be crown.
Wa frɛ baba twa say say
cause of background.
And you expect it to come public and make condemn one as one mayor. The world of diplomacy no yenye ne sa. And until moto mbukakra.
Now be diplomacy on China na do no. We diplomacy I want China na do no. This is the point. And what the young grofo nyamot.
Was a good afternoon answer regards to all. It was a mistake for Ghanaians to have voted for Mills based on the fact that he had a majority in parliament. That is, if people really voted for that. There's a country whose president won the election on the ticket of an independent ticket. Well, that's true. Send the 2008 year no. It could do baby now end this for a year more the Quran and they say, oh. Parliament no component this for akwa jehor mafa it's about to abama na no component oti mu mine
be krikri in other words omo anka say ye mum ye mani no oti mu mine
as if we said that thing
but don't me mo say na aye jasu nti wunya ho kra na watimi analyze ne ma
David
na so sabre ne bre wo mu na analyze ne ma ya kede wo bi sa ade nti no ntimi mu mine just o de bibia ba mo mpene so ma no so no na Ghana for after first round no ne na Ghana for do no prefer say obey president but the results no ba ya na parliamentary de no enye no NDC for digital so e de cancel.
Well, anyway, that was for higher election reference center. I said,
Bono chairman Beban. Once he say he establishes 12 parliamentary seats or a banda pet in the NDC.
Yes.
And a fear but to a feeding chronomonosono. Banda abaya one hot spotter. It's near free harbor. MPP again said. Factors been a kikesi animu Emma NDC to me win banda.
Yeah.
A year Emasha Bedwani or Hono on one posture. Said you see an yama. And I got a lot is a banda seat is here baby. So more parliamentary seats in Eden Toka P. Because bandano. A woman said now time is a constituency me boy.
Yeah, time.
But Banda is next to time. Omumi enu nyina so border eso. Omu nyina so border so. Enti tension ni achinyia mente me ho ase ni enema pii ewo ho. E woman said Jordan ko lusui. Ba wo hwe ne margin na nesa. Because first na constituency ni time constituency. And ye kote banda di free time. Time also one history. Ewo Ghana ha. Jordan kwa ebe winning in 2004. Ujai DC and obe contest ye. And o winning ye. And a 2008 o lusu ye. Ansa na obe lusu no. Na dynamics ni nyama bebre abam. And then this maintain 2008, 2012. And almost have been maintaining 2016. So, Entino, yes,
what figures no. Ahmed Ibrahim, and this when you're 6,167. And a Jordan Kwa Enya Ulusuyen, when you're 5,660.
To share margin, it's not more than 600.
500 and something.
Enti, I don't know so dear. It's me by 10. Which one is blue ha? Uli dikase pa no bi aba beten no. John Moro. Unim say NDC 2012 no. Unim say NDC lusu LED with more than 20,000 votes.
Yeah,
with more than 13,000 votes. But MPP ba beten no in 2016. before Honorable Kennedy Japan ebe win Fusu ayi Asin first Asin North now Asin Central. Before Honorable Kennedy Japan ebe win in 2000 election, then this lose a lead with a margin of more than 13,000.
Yeah.
But otimi eba betane no. And you got okay can yama say see anymore. Ya na margin of 6,000. Ena ayi ho Okoboy honso sa.
Yeah.
Okoboy na difference no esumpa about 14,000. Na NDC the lead.
Of I read a message obi panimu bi send me message bi. Na in fact me da was pass the message ya bre was say ECOWAS press release end SARS protest in Nigeria.
Okay.
Na offer before me read the message no me I was say me read the release no was say I think it supports your point that there's a president and there's a chairman. So this is from the ECOWAS president.
Okay.
His Excellency Jean-Claude Cassis-Bro, president of the ECOWAS Commission.
Okay.
ECOWAS Commission notes with concern that demonstrations by Nigerian youth calling for police reform, particularly the abolition of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) of the Nigerian police, accused of misconduct by those demonstrating, have turned violent. ECOWAS Commission expresses its condolences to the families and friends of those who have lost their lives during the protests and wishes the injured a speedy recovery. While ECOWAS Commission recognizes the right of citizens to freedom of expression and peaceful assembly and protest, it is also of the view that those rights should be exercised in a non-violent manner. In this regard, ECOWAS Commission calls on all protesters to remain peaceful in the conduct of their demonstrations. It also urges the Nigerian security operatives to exercise restraint in the handling of the protests and act peacefully. ECOWAS Commission further notes that in an effort to address the demands of the protesting youth, the federal government of Nigeria took important decisions regarding disbandment of SARS, comprehensive police reforms, and investigation of cases of police brutality. It encourages the Nigerian authorities to conduct the investigation rapidly. Finally, ECOWAS Commission appeals to the federal government of Nigeria, the Nigerian youth, and the civil society to urgently pursue dialogue for an early and amicable resolution of this social unrest and maintain the Nigerian image as a bastion of law and order. Abuja, 21st October 2020. And all this are released.
October 21st.
Yes, any year. October 21st. Any year. Offer any another one.
And another one. In Tiada, well, when I am fine, chomo.
Aye.
I'm fine say nim no munim.
To the beer offer. You see, to be the chair, but to be so I said to me, catch her more. Imposing their ignorance on everybody. Yeah, they have me know. As for display your ignorance of nobody to me,
yeah.
But don't impose.
Display advertising.
Advertising. And they are pampa say me tibon
said your mama kwakoye ne premise how they establish say the election will be flawed.
Yes, because you tested BVR.
And also to be seen with that NCA and say you better describe is what the advertising ignorance.
Yes,
or ignorant and one function and one say go pampan so and what until or the gin and him was
because you'll be a to us at the
yes. So Ubem Posu and then run on some come back to the American.
Yes,
now Kanda a banda seat no. Very, very crucial. Now people for fee say, and also more again, say ye true dear, and nipa be free, border no so name ya me be ba, eba be true mudin. And I say nipa be abusian 40 ho, esan Volta Lake no, esu so and name yen to no. So eba be drew her, and nipa be in the name of so mu yin so munam no, money omo dia faso. Edi ababegu ho bebre because omo region na omo free ba no o dey say bebre ye same seat ema NDC nti so omo free ho kra ha omo go no ade mention
yes pepe
ye twiro din ayawaso one of the ayawaso seat abrante bi o ho so be win godden me kan niam anu o ya ase edi nkrofo fi ashama mba no Edi nkrofo free shaman eba ayawaso one of the ayawaso seat na enya asem kuma minim dodo otimi subsidy di on buy but o ye bi pa
oh yes
so ho sadie no ewo ho enti de enti ekofa ntokwa buy banda ne ade a yekokum obi wo mu ene ade ni nyina ne se MPP for fi se eduru ho a enkrofo bia omu nshedante constituency ho ensa so mutimi tru omudi wo ho no enipa bi fa kwan bi so etimi wo mbechiro ohu video bi ana nkrofo bi tikamu no de buy sa sojafo ejina omoso ene omu bi so omu se ufri hi Uganda ID card ene ade bra no ana nkrofo no ba ku bia omu ntegana kasa bia god o kasa ade
omu Ghana kasa bia
ni nyina afri ono nso na tension by because Bubani Atibetia
and the same
Abrebi Antoko Baba because MPP for no fee say there be time be ancrophobi be shem no ma ba be tro mudin aka ho na abato no yeto a na bua afa baby wo bromo nso so mpren so sa eno na de tension by eno nti no ya say enya chama kwa me abafo abronya ne na nkasa because no dia waka dia bogu so say bandas seat no ombeji aka ho
oh yes waka
am MPP no akoye 12/12 aha
waka but of anyame adma Friday wo hono mo na ye de kwa no so ese time na ko aka be 30 minutes
because ye went me ni DCs no bi anka
anyame adma Friday no
ene chema kasa omo aye wo ho ba bia ho ha adwene Sunyane West independent bi ko
okay
independent ba ko ko one of the Brekum seats so how wo ho kakra kanena doma so ho ed but am so mugu so omo krakra doma onaba jema menu enenim se unye nim predo
Sunyane West
yes Sunyane West
Sunyane West the bafo wa ignition bafo wa okay ono wonya 29,215 and na ndc ni nya 17,689 it's a difference of about for say almost 12,000 no but independent no baddest one also a strong one it will be me ha adwen kaka no independent so one strong krempo and so MPP near the best thing is to talk the person out
independent no yeah oh sha
oh yeah or you align to MPP aha and until so much no meet me na kasa it's never too late
yes and na Brekum so na undercurrent kakra wo so ohwa na domanya mpundujuma bebre district hospital multi-purpose sports
facility KGF no multi-purpose youth sports resource center
na wo doma
e didn't quite multi-purpose wow okay
so sa facility no wodoma several other facilities na wodoma ye kasa na doma anya asphalt omonya asphalt roads ni niam abebri so but say no hwa Brekum so asphalt egu so em say almost omo awie so enti no so omo so sampuntudwuma ne niam bitimi na within MPP na ankasa nso no omutimi esiesiem say agogo free ho baby
deputy deputy minister
yes one of the deputies if
okay.
you ho
okay yabeshe
entiam say internal matters no omutimi esolve am say doctor am say mo change candidate nso Dr. Niama Elusu.
Yeah, Elusu.
Ono hwa na ni seat ni a safe seat.
Yeah.
Ko hwa imagine ba mu no. Na do Brekum seat ni nyina numbers no ebi wom.
Ofa yanko Niama ho no mo de no. Omo say Niama Elusu. But omo sa group no makam ho abom so omo ko prime minister Elusu no. Omo aka united for victory
yes. Aspirants unite for victory. Okay.
Yes, and after the loss no krompo no, wasamba omo na for krompo 1-on-1.
Okay.
What I say about 1-on-1 for more than 1.5 hours. I bet kasa akeka imputujuma na nado there by especially our health sector no. With my history behind hospitals I person for started into what means this somebody will lose but enya they say enya they say or partner.
Dabi.
It was this
so if you doctor Niama is wrong. Oh, that's so future. Jada na Oma Bibi, Aquacosuka, you are the same, Sir Randy.
And I can't, Mr.
Hey, sitting on any does with the actually. None the city nature didn't Nana, a friend in Sa, Jan or Jan Chai, now I share so, Baba home by, said the Bell Concodian DC for them. Or I say, never a channel who channel. Ebi abesa ba beton na aso biem so enti so lose seat so no ya gin say ama me hode a na ene enko bi foforo ho me Jesus agin no enti a smart move and a lot of the MPs especially young MPs she kwada so Dr. Niama Samiu long guy oba ba akope na afri nensa
yes
o dey say Dr. Niama owo we oba mienu afri nensa I think say Obeko no akotoa ni medical practice no so but he will still tembiano or chance so timi saba ntia yeso omu nyina no omu position omu ho na omu aboa ama seat no akoso atena MPP nsa
exactly
ohwa Buno region there just say ewom say German nom ne baabi no ya na different between MPP ni NDC
ya na esa da mu
but obi atwinu a na de omo akwakodu ba bia de omo akwakodu ntini I think say still MPP stand the chance say omo yirom ho a ebeko yam
of Uncle Benefs na kasa no kan say bi in fact we read report crampo from Christian Council for report say at a point in time here to aba odododu was as at 9 a.m. anopa no nkono na police station officers ne omasin sign nkrata nyina say ya to abavi
yes in fact all kind na obi frame
okay
so no a polling station agent
okay
anopa be no nkro mu koduru no ano na ya ka kire no so obi approach no say on sign obi the pink sheet no ba say on sign no onye 500 no onko
Eti obi the message about say good afternoon God I agree 100% with Uncle Benefson on loyalty of polling agents. In 2004 I was polling agent in Dome Kwabenya and the NDC agent told me he's also a member of the MPP but he's a planted agent in the NDC and that if I want to go and eat or urinate I should feel free to do so because he will take care of me. I honestly told him I don't need his help. Our agent if I wait minimum or be minimum.
Yeah. So no be cancer so me cry me MPP new.
I was that
na me sha this.
Yes. I
do person ko baby are free now.
O me dey am Jones so cry mum. Over that you watch. Oh, I mean or say good afternoon there. Sorry. The number one significance of the upcoming victory for the competent leaders of Nano and the the number one signifies the upcoming victory. Okay, MPP will win and win massively by God's grace to save ordinary Ghanaians. Okay, we here Obin Roxon, Tescom president, University of Ghana, Accra City campus. Okay, Tescom for me just a move my pa. At least Munasu Tescom for no I. Nana is winning one time, no size from Yafran Pom Maso Dakabre, Pom Katamaso constituency, Hobson all the way. Hobson also was so home.
Hobson was so.
Hobson
was so. Dynamics of the constituency, no, a change in terms of demographics.
Yes.
Oman bet now. And we are talking about constituency. I registered 30,000 new voters.
Of a word,
Pom Katamanso. I registered 32. Yeah, can say almost in 120,000. Almost in 120,000.
Was it?
You know, Robi no one near my bet me as
yes. Was a good afternoon to you and your team. I'm Cecilia from Mamprobi. Please, no matter how the position of the MPP, I will still look for His Excellency Nana Daka Kufuor and vote for him because my younger brother is enjoying free exchanges. Okay, and he also does it. The government should supply different attire to the military men and the police who will be dispatched to the police stations on the election day, so that anybody who will be found wearing military or police dress will quickly be identified. Okay, I don't know how that thing will pan out, because fire service for you now, you think Momo could be.
So immigration for you now
could be.
Yes,
this year's election is just a Thanksgiving service to Nana Adakwakufuado. Out of the 16 regions, Nana will win at least 12 regions hands down. Kojo entry from Kaswa and now within the about. Was it despite that we are number one on the ballot sheet? Let the number one. Let's be number one on house to house campaign. Okay. Yeah. Was it at the top of the, but we should be number one. Yeah. House to house campaign.
But no, being so Obi express concern kakra about number one, but say NDC. A DMPP pair no. And all can say so more educated or more chitaford. No, to about one should say or sooner Adaka no what you see fifi. Oman ko Bruce Kakra. Omga say or to amawi and on to amawi.
Na export ballot.
What you say? Yeah. Me can maybe Asparo ye Asparo. Ah, or ye Labour Commission chairperson. Or ne ampem dako.
Yes, share.
What on?
Hey, for no Asparo, and if I'm that was Willie P. Hey, the more day, Papa, William Ampem da, or Motona Pie, I can't Motona Pie. Na a caba could be, it's a 2S a 4. And na I chinyagwe brebe na Zandata na dambuchine general secretary. The ballot paper no call and or solve say or can figure now no because never could they 2 never could they 4 and a settle bibia a toda na wo ya no ya mana ye clear no bianca so nenka comedy mu anasa akoyisi and God me say Bono region to be interesting. I can't factors and crofobage na so they atoba this are on a Friday no bia analysis no wait imagine so I go for messages. Please, what's happening to the voter transfer for students? Any good news from Lashibi? If I
say
kakra didn't come on dear yam say nanti asem no minima de call yes for also ma direct and he say na monye obi dey that form kopo ba mon fama no ana ade bia what school fees bi da what tro bibi okoye clearance form croppers whatever ba mon fama no but enro start keka ho asem and dey say complaints no ebusa for aba form kakra nti no ye be sam ye ni ade achi ni yahwe yes mame taka text messages bi dia message say name so ba fa man tabu so ntine ekamu a hwe mi be we say no akobo okay was now Mahama has how far about transfer okay what be transfer and go for ebusebusa na Nana swing hands down. I love him. I have loved Nana since 2008 from Stephen Odin buy no. I'm bright from Accra Tantra Hills 4 more for Nana Odin buy okay it was a friend say time no akasa na so of it am if you da no
sure
you be call you be say ko Bono region e chama kwa ba fa bro ni ebidin ko mo ne MCs ni DCs ho no so no we be miensa ana enan so edidin ko mo ebusa no putu ni ma wo ba no matimi ede aba region ho no mo na ebidi sa enkomo no etene no yes sorry so ankasa no na massive lady aba beto aso Dr. Mozi Okan Solomon Sasumensa or the fuck up na boaje but your social media for lady ba ko bi ho no se minim ni di jenya vida ba ko bi Christ love Christ love what ko imamu nyina ba cho mo so ka ho na mo bo aye ke Jesus so e kan ye ho na do Mozi Okan enti no busa nyame aduma ifiada so bo se de e dina mbobo no program no e da obi akoma so yes na asante agba kwa so de tetehu wono so ba be kan e nyame aduma ifiada ye besia ye ko edie enne na se silver lady wo de nyompa ene nkomopa ebrem enti ye besa esia busa